Season of Conquest KVKs are full of bastions like this one here, but which bastion should you do? What's the point of doing these bastions anyways? And which ones really give you the most value in terms of favor and crystals? And should you really be focusing on the most? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk all about the kinds of bastions we have in our heroic anthem, which ones give the most value, which quests you should take on, and I'm going to talk quite a bit about crystal technology, so stick around. What's up, everybody? Psych out here with another Rise of Kingdoms video. In yesterday's video, I talked about entering Heroic Anthem KVK. So here we are in the Heroic Anthem. We are now on day 2, and there are a bunch of Bastion quests to do and a whole bunch of other things to go on. I mentioned some of those things yesterday in yesterday's video, but in today's video, I want to talk about these Bastion quests and which ones are really the best. Which ones do you get the most value out of? First, I want to talk a little bit about the Bastions, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take my camera off on this one. I've been having some trouble with the player crashing. I feel like it has to do with the camera, so I'm just going to shut my camera off for the rest of this video so I don't have any more crashing issues. One of the things we talked about yesterday and in yesterday's video was scouting. And it's one of the annoying things about Heroic Anthem KVK. You have to scout tons and tons of fog. So here I am scouting lots of fog. I'll just show you exactly how much fog we've scouted so far. We're at 71%. So we're making a lot of progress, but there's still quite a ways to go. So look, we've also leveled up our Crystal Research Center and our Crystal Mine up to level 25, like I said I was going to do yesterday. But now we are focused on getting more and more crystals so that we can tech up. That's what that's all about. And to do that, one way to do that is to go through these bastions. I'm going to show you where I'm at from a tech standpoint first, just so you can get some feel for why we want to get crystals and what do we want to invest our crystals in. You can see I've got all the base level technology here. And I think the first thing you should go for, and it really depends on how much you're spending. In yesterday's video, I left a free to play guide down in the description. You can click on that description and you can check out that guide if you are free to play or a low spender, which really gives you some good advice for which technologies to go for, where to take your crystal mine to, where to take your crystal research center to. But for me, I wanted to max both of my buildings, and I did that, and now I am going for technology. And what I've done is focused almost entirely on the economy. Now, this doesn't look like economy tech, this looks like military tech, but there's a reason I had to max that. So the first thing that I went for was actually right there, skill for operation number 1. I tried to max that as fast as I could because this reduce your crystal cost by 5% once you have that maxed. The next thing I did, as you can see in this military technology, I've hardly done anything there. Got swift marching up to level 3 and went all the way over here for skillful operation 2. I got that to level 9. Could go to level 10, but you've got to do a couple more researches in first aid too, and I don't really want to do that. I feel like that's a big investment of crystals that I would rather invest somewhere else. So I'm going to leave that at level 9. That gives me another 9% reduction in crystal costs here. Now you'll notice that the rest of the things that I filled out are mostly technology. I'm getting Barbarian reports up to level 2 because I want to get Plunder 2 to level 8, which will give me more crystals from those Kahars, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But the other things I focused on, cultural exchange 2. This gives me more favor from the Bastions. This gives me more crystals from the Bastions. That's treaties 2. But I've done the same thing with cultural exchange 1. And treaties 1, I've maxed those as well because I want to really maximize the things I'm getting from an economic standpoint. I've also got plunder 1, which gives more crystals from those Kahars. I've got that one maxed. So I focused entirely on my economy right now. And from pretty much this point on, once I get plunder 2 to level 8, I will be focusing entirely on military technology before the passes open. So how do you get crystals? Well, you can get crystals by killing some barbarians on the map. You can get crystals from finding some of these camps, villages on the map as well. They give a very trivial amount of crystals. I thought I remembered them giving more. It seems like they give like somewhere between 100 and 200 crystals each time, which is really not a whole lot of crystals. Let me see if I have one up here, and we'll see if we get crystals in them. Okay, so here's a tribal village. Click on that. We got some resource packs, no crystals there. So anyway, that's it's not super exciting amounts of crystals from those, but you can get crystals from, again, killing barbarians. You can get crystals from smashing barbarian forts. I will give a word of warning to people who are just entering the Heroic Anthem or any Lost King or any Season of Conquest KVK for the first time, I mentioned yesterday's video, the barbarians are really tough. The barbarian forts are also really tough. So you're gonna wanna be real careful about attacking those barbarian forts. You're gonna really wanna make sure you've got the right marches. You probably want to use T5 or make sure that the rally leader has T5, join rallies with really strong ones. It may change as we capture the Ruined Crusader Fortress, because when we capture the Ruined Crusader Fortress, we'll get another 40% all damage. It'll make it a lot easier to take those forts down, but a lot of people fail those level 11 forts. They are actually really strong, and so unless you have really good commanders with good gear, full marches, and some good technology, especially that barbarian damage technology in your Crystal Research Center, it might be hard to take those forts down. So be real careful about attacking those forts until you're sure that you can take them down. So there's a level 11 fort right there. Notice they give 2,500 crystals, which is quite a bit compared to, say, these barbarians, which only drop 400 each. So a good way to get crystals is by killing those. But a really good way to get crystals is from these bastions, which is the thing I really want to talk about in this video. There are bastions all over the map. I can just show you, this is pretty much all the bastions here. So we've got a Belisarius, we've got Kusunoki, Joan of Arc, Baibars, and these are all the ones up here, the ones that say can be accepted. These are all ones that our coalition is touching. So once your coalition is connected with a bastion, you can accept those bastion quests. And I'm going to talk about which ones you might want to do, which ones are really high value. But you can see these ones here we have not touched yet. And the bastions are really important in Heroic Anthem for us. So let's go to this bastion here first for Nebu. And you can see that he has a skill here. And once you get his favor, that's the little thing with the heart there at the top. Once you get that to level 6, you unlock this support skill. These support skills can be added to your marches and are a way to really make your marches pretty impressively strong and make some really unique combinations of skills that go together. So this is Nebu's second skill. Here it says I'll get 10% defense and 3% march speed. That's because I don't have Nebuchadnezzar. And so because I don't have Nebu, and I think it might actually say this if I click on support his skills here, you can see that since I don't have, it says your commanders do not have this skill. So I do not have Nebuchadnezzar. So I actually can't, I'm not even sure if I can use this skill. And if I can use it, it will only be at level 1. Here's, for example, Ramses, and I do have Ram, but this is his second skill and it's only at level 1. So I only get the level 1 value of the statistics versus, say, here's Minamoto's skill that gives 10% attack or 10% march speed and 20% attack. And because I have Minamoto, I have that skill max for Minamoto, I would get the full skill once that reaches level 6. So the bastions that we're working on, the ones that we've touched right now, are Belisarius, who has a really powerful skill. His bastion skill is very good. And then we've got Kusunoki, we've got Joan, and we've got Baibars. Now, you could accept these quests, and you can see at the very top there in a really small print, it says daily quest remaining 10 out of 15. So I've already done a few today, but I need to do 10 more. And that's probably the most important thing you need to do every single day in KVK is make sure, in these Season of Conquest KVKs, is make sure you are completing those bastion quests. Now, these support skills that I just mentioned, they work only in Heroic Anthem, and I can show you how they work here in a minute when we go to do some defeating barbarians. But first I want to show you this one. I think this is one of the most valuable bastion quests you can get. Earn 50,000 points by increasing your power. So basically you have to increase your power by 50,000. You get a Kahar whistle, which is one of those things you can use to call a Kahar the Hidden, get more crystals. I also get 600 favor towards this bastion. Notice that right now I have Baibars at level 4, and with 600 favor, that's going to put me over into the level 5 territory. I also get 45,000 crystals, which is a pretty big chunk of crystals. So I'm going to jump over here to the Baibars Bastion. I'm going to click accept. And normally I would go and get a rune, but since I don't have anybody near the rune right now, and I'm just trying to get this video done, I won't go do that. But what I'm going to do is just speed up this training, and that is going to gain me the power I need to complete this quest. So that gave me 8,000. So I'll have to do a little bit more than what I've got queued up right here. This is just T4. So there's that one. And now we will do the infantry. Okay, so I'm at 24,000. So let's see. Let me just finish this one since it's very close. I don't really care that much about siege, but it's going to give me a lot of points. So I need another 10,000 points. So if I take these T4 to T5. I don't think this is going to actually get me there either, but I don't really care to have these T4. If I had a whole bunch of T4, maybe it would be fine to keep that many, but you know, having 2,000 T4 really doesn't do a whole lot for me. And I'm really being inefficient with my button clicking. All right, let's see. Okay, so that got me there, so that's fine. So, okay, so now I can go here and claim those and see, and now I get another one. This is actually another very good one. Earn 90 points by destroying barbarian forts. I'm going to keep that one. I'm not going to accept it right now. This gives 22,500 crystals. It also gives a Kahar whistle. Again, this is a good bastion to get. It only gives 200 favor, but again, once I get him up to level 6, I will actually unlock this skill here, which gives my cavalry units 20% attack. But the big thing, the big reason to boost the bastions is where underneath where the favor chart is there, it says bastion boost, crystal mine work speed 6%. And that's what's a really important thing to do about bastions. And you see what I've done for the different bastions is I've tried to do a little bit on each one, and I'll probably be doing Belisarius, who we just opened up next, because by doing a little bit on each one, you can increase their favor. So if we look at, it doesn't actually tell you here, but there's Kusunogi. Let me jump over to Joan, and it'll tell you how much work speed, 4.5% from her. And so the real key, okay, we'll jump over here and grab a tribal village. Let's keep the scouts going just to not waste any efficiency here. And one of the things that I do when I scout, and I don't know if it's really the best strategy, is actually go all the way around the edges first. You can see I've completed all the way around the edges of the map. I just kind of think that makes it easier. Like, so if my scouts turn around and come home, they actually like kind of cut through the map, and it sort of saves me some time if I get them all the way to the edge. So I've completed around the edge of the map. Okay, so let's jump over to that Belisarius Bastion next. I think that one has quite a bit of value for us. And my point here is that I only need 300 favor to get him to the next level. So right now, this Belisarius Bastion is giving me nothing towards my Crystal Mine work speed. But if I get 300 favor on him, which looks like it's going to be just a couple of quests, then I will unlock the, or I'll at least get some more Crystal Mine work speed. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this quest, jump back to my city, get out some barbarian killing marches, which again, when are they going to give us the ability to bring out 5 marches at once? Like, if I could just say all yellow marches out, like that would be a lot easier. But okay. Oh, but here, I do want to show you that here, if I click on support skills, this is the section that would allow you to equip support skills on your march, and you can actually save those on your march so that every time you bring your march out, it has those support skills. Again, because I haven't gotten any of the commanders to level 6 yet, hey, it's only day 2. We don't have any of those yet, but that's how those support skills get used. And of course, those support skills only are used in Heroic Anthem KVK. In Strife of the 8 KVK, you also get Bastions, but there's no support skills. So you just do the Bastions for Crystal. But there's no support skills from those commanders. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and kill this barbarian. And you'll see that it's going to be a lot easier than yesterday because I've actually picked up quite a bit of barbarian damage tech since yesterday. So this will go down pretty quickly. Let's see what we got here. Some training, quest completed. And let's get this verification done while we are killing that barbarian. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we've killed the barbarian. We can click here on the quest. It jumps me back over to my bastion, and I can claim the favor and the crystals. Okay, so this one's actually a pretty easy one to do, gather 500,000 food, but I'm not going to do that one right now because I've got some other easy ones, so I won't switch that one off. So let me jump back over to the quests. Let's see. So that is Belisarius. Let's see, we can do more defeating barbarians. I think I'm going to do some more of these defeating barbarian ones because they're pretty straightforward to do, and it's something I want to do anyway. So let's go ahead and accept this one from Kusunoki. Jump back to my marches. And all the barbarians near my city have been wiped off the map. Okay, here we go. So I'll point out some of the things that are really nice about KVK, Season of Conquest KVK Barbarians. First of all, they give 400 crystals for each one you kill. They give a lot of speed ups, right? So 20 minutes of speed ups is quite a bit. And they also give a lot of resource packs, tomes of knowledge. So you get a lot of stuff that's really actually pretty good. There's another 20-minute speed ups. This was a 20 times 5, so we get a lot of speed ups there. Universal speed ups in that case. And in that case, more universal speed ups. Okay, and my marches have arrived, so here we go. Let's take out these barbarians. I'll go ahead and collect my AP. The one thing to keep in mind is that these barbarians do cost more AP to attack. And the same thing with barbarian forts. They cost more to attack than your typical one does. I forget exactly what the total is. But it's substantially more to attack these. So you need a lot more AP to, say, 5 March in Season of Conquest versus, say, Home Kingdom. Or even like the Lost Kingdom in KVK 2 or KVK 3. Okay, so we've got that one. And what does it say? So another Barbarian Fort one. So that one's a pretty good one. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one there as well. And I'm going to jump back into my Bastions. Go to Joan, accept this quest. Okay. And just attack that one. And I'll jump in here to my crystal mine just to show you, and I really need to queue some stuff up here. Let's just do some T4. And here we'll just upgrade those to T5. That looks pretty good. And if I click here, you'll see that I get a 50% boost from the season supply, but I also get another 16.5% boost from those bastions. So this is why it's really valuable to invest in that technology that makes favor go quicker, so I can get these bastion boost quicker, right? So that's what I mean when I talk about my crystal tech economy. That's one of the big things that I wanted to do early on, was just get that crystal tech economy going, so that every time I complete one of these bastion quests, I get more crystals. Every time I complete a bastion quest, I get more favor, which makes my crystal mine work speed go faster. So to me, that's really important. Again, you're gonna have to balance that with how many crystals you have. If you're not getting those pop-up bundles, you might not have as many crystals. And so, it may be more important for you to go in for the military technology and less for the economic technology, at least early on. Okay, so this says, donate 1 million food to the Bastion. I really don't like this quest. First of all, it doesn't give very much favor. It doesn't give very many crystals. Arguably, it's very easy to do, so that's the one advantage of it. So some people may want to do it because you need to rapid fire off your quest at the end of the day. Again, I think the worst thing you can do is not finish your quests. I think you really want to finish your Bastion quest every day. But you can hit this little green button here. And when you do that, you can refresh the quest. And when I click back on here, it says gather 3 runes. Again, so here's another really easy one. This one actually gives quite a bit of favor and a decent number of crystals. But I don't know if I will necessarily do that one, but I don't necessarily want to get rid of it. You can only do the refresh every 10 minutes. So it's a good thing to do sort of at the end of the day. If you've got a bunch of quests you don't want and you're already done with your quests, you can hit that refresh button and get all of the quests you want to be queued up for the next day. So let's see what I've got here. So the gather 500,000 food is probably a quest I will do at some point, because I do want to get Belisarius to level 2 to get a little more crystal mine work speed. I do want to destroy these barbarian forts. Let's see, he is 900 away from the next level, whereas he is only about 600 something away from the next level. So I'll probably do this one next, because I think getting him to level 6 is, it's not really that valuable. This is not a great skill, but getting that crystal mine work speed improved will be useful for me. So that'll be the one that I do next. So look, that's the way I think you should approach the Bastion quests, and the way I think you should go after them. There's actually guides out there that say, oh, do these Bastion quests, don't do these Bastion quests. But I think it's pretty obvious. You can see how many crystals you can get. You can see how much time it takes. And again, I think the thing to monitor is on this Bastions page here, how many daily quests you have remaining. So I've got 5 more to go. If I do a couple of Barb Fort ones, and maybe this gathering the food one, you know, I'll have a couple more that I can do. The training quests are really good. The ones where you're powering up seem to be really good. They cost a little bit because they cost more food, they cost more speed ups, things like that, but they seem to give the best return and best value. So again, they give you those Kahar's whistles like I mentioned, and the Kahar's whistles, let me see if I can pull some up here. I've got 11 of those. I'll be able to turn those into crystals as well, which again is going to be really important as I try to tech up. Speaking of teching up, I think I'm going to go ahead and speed this one up just to get myself a little bit closer to that military technology that I want to get to. The other thing that we're thinking about here in this KVK is, you know, what marches I need to get ready. I got very fortunate today, and I'll show you here in a second as we fire that one up. You also want to have one that you can run overnight. So like that one's going to take 11 hours. I can run that one overnight, wake up in the morning, and I'm not wasting time on my crystal technology. As I mentioned, I got really lucky earlier today when I actually got 50 sculptures for Tamiris. And where is Tamiris? And I put it in on her, and I got her to 5325. So before today, she was 5324. It landed on that 4th skill. So I'm feeling really good about my position with Tamiris right now. So that's pretty exciting that I can really, you know, take maximum advantage of this 4th skill, adding those stacks with every single attack, adding extra skill damage to my target. So that's pretty exciting news on that front. The other thing that we've got going on here, and I think I should mention, is in the shop. We are up to 166,000 coins. Our target is to buy the Mora's Web. I don't have this one yet, so I needed about another 14,000 coins. That's why I'm still pushing the technology a little bit. I want to get those 14,000 coins. I want to buy that Mora's Web blueprint. And the other piece of updated information from yesterday is we have hit our target for materials needed. Remember, I needed 495 total legendary materials to craft all of the things I want to craft. That is a Horn of Fury, a Mora's Web, and a 4-piece Dragon Best set to go with a 2-piece Revival set for an archer gear, and a Heart of the Saint for my cavalry. So that's a lot of forging we have to do, and I will of course be recording the forging when we do that. But that's 495 legendary materials that's required to do that, and I got all of those materials secured now. So feeling pretty good about where we're at before the passes open up. The one other thing I have to keep in mind before the passes open up is I'll need to switch myself to a different civilization. I will not be Germany. I think in all likelihood I will be Ottoman. Sort of depends on if I can get the archer marches that I want, but we'll see how that goes when the legendary tavern arrives. Look, I hope this gives you some understanding of what's going on when we're talking about Bastion quests, which Bastion quests are the most valuable, which ones you should go for, how you should invest in your crystal technology, particularly early on if you're like me and you really want to ramp up your economy, your crystal economy, so that you can then max that tech later on down the road. I think this is the strategy you want to go for. You want to go for that skill for operation. You want to go for plunder. You want to go for culture. You want to go, or cultural exchange. You want to go for treaties. Maxing those things is really a great way to maximize the crystals that you produce and ultimately get to put into military technology as you go along. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, sorry I was not able to do this one with my face cam on, but hopefully I'll get that fixed and have it ready to go for next time. Thanks so much for coming by, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.